Now, what to do with this? Okay, we got the TV here. We've got the plug there and the TV cable. Now you remember up above, we got that stud right there, and that's where we have that bracket. So the bracket is from here over. So I have to be in this bay from here over to there when I cut my boxes and fish them down. Now that means I can't really get into this bay here to fish something over here. Now if I was in the same bay, I could take this out, take the box out, put in a new box, fish down the cable in there and hook it all up inside the new box and put a blank plate there. I could do that if I wanted. But what I'm going to end up doing, I'm going to have two cut-in boxes, you know, up high behind the TV. Put those two cut-in boxes up here, but up underneath, okay? One is going to be for power, and I'm going to fish it on back down to this plug here, okay? Then what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to fish another wire down for the cable TV, and what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put another box here, cut-in box, my good old cut-in boxes, and then I can fish down to here. But you know what? I'm going to take this plug out and this box out, okay? Once I do that, the wire is just going to be free in there. It should. And I don't know if there's going to be a nail up there or a staple up against the stud or not, because if I put another box there, I was hoping maybe I could swing the power cable over to this box. I don't know if I can or not. If not, this will be the location of where the TV cable is going to come out of the wall, and I'm also got an HDMI cable coming down because it's going to be hooked up to Blu-ray disc player too. Okay, remember, if you want your DVD to play too, you can fish that wire down too. So I'm going to have that wire coming out of here, leaving that extended long, and then they can hook that up to their DVD. Then I'm going to have the cable for the TV, the antenna, well, just the cable TV. I'm just going to have that wire coming out, and then I'll loop it a little bit, and then it will come up and plug into there. Now chances are they're going to have a four-way box under here, and they may have some other stuff in here, so this could be drooping down anyways. And so it's not like going to be going from here and zoop like that. It's not going to do anything like that. It'll be down low and then zip back up and be all hooked up to a splitter or something, because I've seen that they've already got a couple other things on there. Okay? So that's how we're going to get everything hooked up to this TV. And it's going to look so cool because you're not going to see any wires coming down from the TV. Not even the DVD player. When's the last time you've seen that? I mean, through a little bit of thought process, you can do this too. And I've seen some people, they install their TV, oh yeah, that's easy, didn't take me hardly anything, and then they've got all these wires coming down from there, or they put it in a little wiring strip mold or something coming down. Either way, you know, I don't want all that kind of stuff. I want it to look professional, and now it will. You can do it too. I know you can. There's the finished TV. That looks awesome. See, no wires hanging out. I tied into that electrical outlet there, and those two wires coming out, one is going to be to plug in for the cable TV, and the other one is for a DVD player, and it's a Blu-ray, so I ran an HDMI cable in there, and that zips up and goes up inside the wall and out behind the TV. That's nice. Good grief. Look at all that stuff. I don't know how they're going to set everything up, but they've got a little splitter box here that will then go into the cable TV. So the cable that's coming out of the wall, it goes up to the TV that I put in, that's going to attach to the splitter box. And I don't know what else they have here. This is a 3-way. They may have to get a 4-way. You know, so this is just going to hang straight down. Now, if you didn't have to worry about all this kind of stuff, then you would take this and you could just loop it down on the ground and then plug it in and have this folded back like that. And that would be behind your cabinet, and that would be fine. And like I say, this wire here is the HDMI cable, and that will come up wherever inside the cabinet where the DVD is going to be. Okay? Always remember to think about a DVD player, what you're going to do with that. Because the last thing you want is to forget about it and then hang that wire down from below the TV. Now, I don't want to confuse you. HDMI cable, you're asking, what's that for? This is for a DVD player that's a Blu-ray player that plays really nice, clear pictures. Now, if you just have a regular DVD player, you may want a wire that comes out of here with the black or with the red, white, and yellow ends. You know those that you plug into the back of a regular DVD player? Think about it first and see. Now, I don't know if a regular DVD player, you can plug in an HDMI cable to it. You might want to check that out, because if your DVD player does that, even though it's not HDMI capable, you might want to run an HDMI cable like this up your wall for future, in case you want to upgrade to a Blu-ray disc player. Okay, then you'll already have the DVD HDMI cable in your wall. So check all that out before you start your project, because you want to make sure that you run the right wires up your wall. Shall we look behind this TV? Let's do that, and I'll show you a few things on how I manage the wires behind there. Now, with this type of bracket, this was a heavy-duty bracket, and it had a little raceway inside the arm, which was kind of cool, because that way I unscrewed the trim piece, and then I ran the wires up through that, up through here and down. So see, I've got the HDMI cable coming up over here, and that hooks up into there. Here's my cable for the TV, is right there, and my power is just behind that bracket, and so I looped that over and up and kind of tied this together. So now, no matter what I do with this, it all stays in the same place. And I just put a little tie right here and ran that down in there. And incidentally, I ended up running my plug sideways, and also the cable for the cable TV and the HDMI cable. Okay, I ended up doing that just to get it up a little bit higher. You don't have to do it that way. You could run it the other way. I could have done that. But incidentally, there was a metal plate in the wall right here, and I started cutting. I was going to run them up and down, and I ran into a plate. So then I thought, okay, what am I going to do? And because the wall cavity was here, you know, I ended up running them sideways, and it actually worked out pretty good. Here's the back here, and I wanted to show you a couple things. These two knobs here, you loosen those up, and then you can tilt the TV one way or another from there. And then if you want to get your TV level, let's say it's off a little bit, there's some little Allen wrench set screws right there. You loosen those up and you can make it perfect. So there's lots of things you can do, and if you want your arms to go easier or tighter, you can tighten up this nut up here. There's a nut there to tighten up too. So these bracket assemblies really work good, and like I said, not all bracket assemblies are exactly the same, but you know what? I have a feeling you're going to be able to put up anything you want. There it is. Now when you get all done, you can take this plastic off, but this is just protecting the trim. I'm gonna leave that for the owner to take off. And it also came with a nice little cloth to wipe off the front. You never want to use just a regular rag to wipe that off. It comes with a little cloth, and then you can wipe that off with that. Well, what do you think? Did you learn anything? I hope so. That's it for this project. See you next time.